Hey everybody, Seven here, and thank you so much for joining me for our first fall. And we already have our very first between season event going on. Unfortunately, I don't have any kind of skills to actually get good outcomes from this just yet, so we'll have to get there. I have a feeling this season is going to be a lot of building, a lot of getting townsfolk, and a lot of getting both Racimir and our town established. So let's go. Yeah, I don't even have the cash to pay him. Okay, so let's get to cracking on what we need to do. We need to chop down a lot of trees. We need to get a couple of houses built up. We need to get the hunting lodge going, and we need to get the woodcutters lodge going. Let's run down to the west end of our town here, and we'll start getting some of these extraction and hunting buildings put up. Okay, hunting lodge is in. Oh, we're kicking chapters left and right here. Okay, we'll be able to get a simple bag and a wooden hoe real fast. So as you can see, because of our chapters, we're now at buildings 5 of 10. So hunting lodge is just one of the very first requirements that you're going to need. We're also going to throw a woodshed somewhere around this general vicinity, and we're going to want to get at least that house finished and probably at least one, maybe two more, because the townsfolk that I'm going to recruit, I'm not going to want them like having kids or getting married or anything just yet, because I don't want them to be having kids and having them come out with just threes or something. I want to actually have my kids come out halfway decently for the first generation that we're going to have. So let's get a woodshed put in here, and we'll be right back. Yeah, it looks like a good spot for it. Building in this location is a little bit tricky just because there's so many rocks and like the mineable rocks that you can't move or can't displace at all. So finding yourself a building that'll fit within the locations that you're trying to shoehorn into here can be a little bit of a trick. Okay, woodshed is in. Now, I don't think I even have the ability to. Yeah, I don't have I don't have the perk to add to them just yet, so that's fine. That'll probably be one of the first building perks that I get. Now let's get a couple of these houses going, and we'll also want a food storage. Okay, we got a little bit of building technology going up. That's going to go fast because we are making stone houses right off the bat. So one thing is, I am still mining more of the rock than I'm just picking up off the ground. And what's it doing is, it is going to get it to me a little bit quicker so that I have a better resource for building these stone houses. But it's also going to have consequences of, I'm going to end up with a much higher extraction and a much lower survival because just picking up the sticks and stones and stuff that you find on the ground, that increases your survival skill, and chopping into things, be it with an axe for a tree or the pickaxe for the stones, that actually increases your extraction more. So even though I'm getting the same resources for the same project, it's the way that I'm going about them that's going to be altering how my skills progress. So I'm going to have to try to find some way of getting survival up that's not going to be relating to my building. The other thing about doing it that way is, even though I can't actually insulate yet, it is giving me a stockpile of limestone that I'll be able to use later once I do have the perk that allows me to insulate walls. Oh, neat. I was just out here picking some rocks on my own little beachhead, and apparently some stuff washed up. Okay, nice. So that was the thing. I record and I edit ahead of time. So today is actually Friday. Um, my first medieval dynasty video released yesterday. Um, so I've actually had some time to actually see some of the comments. The second one is going to be releasing tonight, actually. Um, but so I've had some time to get some comments and some feedback on it and stuff. So I'm going to be trying to be more mindful of showing the map. Um, Someone had asked, where I had found some of the roadside things and some of the the camps and stuff like that. Someone thought that they had mapped out everything, and I was in a location that they didn't recognize. So yesterday, actually, what had happened was when I was taking the long way back from Sambors, I actually came all the way down this way, and I came down this bridge over here, and I found a neat little beach treasure trove with like the planks and stuff like that. So that's where I found that one, was over that way. But yeah, so as I'm traveling through, I'll try to be a little bit more mindful of when I'm making my edits and cuts, just to show the map and to show, where I was or why something got cut out or something like that. Because that was some of the stuff that people had talked to me about on the first video. So please, any feedback that anybody has on, why I did a certain thing or if something wasn't clear or whatever, I love feedback because, like I keep saying, I'm very, very new to this, so I don't know what I'm doing. Nice, there we go. Okay, what kind of skill action do we have here? Another one into insensitive would be really nice with winter coming, and with me having 0 winter clothing. Never mind. It's got to be this. This is one of the most critically important skills in the game. Getting the inspector mode thing to come up so that you can see where sticks are, what's a flower, what's a stone. It really helps when you're trying to like nitpick which items you're actually trying to cherry pick and look for. That one and the hunter's one, the tracker, also very important because that one tells you which animals are going to be hostile, which animals may be hostile at first but then run. Um, it basically just gives like a green, yellow, and red overlay to all of the animals and shows you which ones are going to be the most dangerous as you're out there. It's also really helpful for hunting at night because a giant wisent that's blended into the background with all the shadows and everything will be this bright, bright red. So you can tell its head from its back immediately and line up some pretty good shots on it. So we've got the inspector mode. I'm going to go one more into this just because I'm kind of afraid of winter and I don't want to have to spend a ton of resources on getting torches all the time. Because yes, it is one thing that you can do. If you walk around with a torch in the middle of winter, you'll actually increase your heat, and you'll make it a lot easier to survive during the winter. Oh man, it's getting late in the first day, and I've only built 2.5 buildings. And yeah, we're still going with the crappy roofs for now. I know that I do have the lumber mill up, so I can manually make the planks myself. We're going to cross that bridge when we come to it. I just want these things done, just so I can get some people in and just get them working. Nice, there's one. Now let's just at least get a start on the second one before we go to bed. There we go. This should be a good start. Oh, nice. I actually handcrafted enough tools that I can actually have access to getting the workshop now. Now we can start getting some production people in here too. And that's going to be another quick importance. Okay, well, it's getting late, and we've got most of the walls up. Haven't started the roof just yet, but we made a good dent on it. So we've got woodshed up, hunting lodge up, and we've got 1.5 houses. So tomorrow, hopefully, we'll be able to finish up that house, get the food storage going, and maybe we'll be able to recruit our first 2 people. Uh-oh, forgot all about these guys. We're going to have to find time either tomorrow or the next day to take care of all this, too. Okay, so here's day 2. We are definitely going to need to get something to eat. Cut this out. Now, soon this won't be too terrible of an issue. So we're going to get those 2 houses finished up. We're going to get that food storage finished up. And then we're going to start recruiting. And just go ahead and gobble down half a deer. There we go. All taken care of. Now we can get our brand new inspector mode going on so we can find all the stones that we need. Hopefully start getting a little bit more of a dent in the survival skills. Alrighty, back to work. Oh, interesting. I was not expecting to get crafting skill up from building stuff. Alright, let's see where to put that then. Yeah, just more into the experience then. Okay, there's house number 2 done. Trying to think just how many I want to get before I start my recruitment process, but I'm also trying to worry about what time of day it is, what time of year it is, and just generally what other buildings I need. Unfortunately, this one can only handle one single person. I think this one handles 2. Right. So we can get 2 hunters and 1 woodcutter for now, until we get our extraction high enough up that we can get the advanced, more upgraded wood sheds, and those can handle increased amount of staffing. So let's go slam the food shed down somewhere, and then we'll start looking for extraction and hunting people. Food storage can go right next to the resource storage. That's the thing. Even though my resource shed is way down here, and my food storage is way down here, and the hunting lodge and the woodcutter are literally clear across town. You can see here, we're a good distance. It doesn't matter. They immediately teleport all of their goods, as long as there's storage room available. So when you look into what the size is, the entry level one isn't real big. It's 1,000 kilograms. It does eventually get up to 4K, but we're not going to have to worry about space just yet. But as long as this has room in it, everybody who does resource or who does any kind of food harvesting type things, they'll just automatically put them in their spot, regardless of how far away they are. And that also works for the mines, which are all sprinkled all over the place. I know one is way, way, way up here. You don't need to actually build houses and stuff like that up there. You don't need to, build a resource shed or anything like that up there. You can just build the mine, and all of your workers will actually walk and make their commute, and they'll be just as efficient as if it was just up the street from their own house. I know another one of the mines is way down here, so you can build them anywhere you want. It does help for like the role play and for the aesthetics and stuff to have like a little mining out camping community thing over here with, a couple houses and a resource shed and some stuff like that. But, that's purely just for the aesthetics, and it's not actually necessary for gameplay. All right, so let's get this thing built. I am also stopping intermittently here and there just to snag some mushrooms and some flowers and stuff like that. It's not going to sell for a ton, but at this point, every little bit helps. Okie dokie, and done. So food storage is good. Storage is good. We've got 2 houses, probably going to want a few extra. We're at 8 out of 10. Let's get our people recruited, and let's maybe try to sell off these mushrooms and flowers and stuff. Just get a little bit of cash going for some of that. 65 here, and we got 3 apiece, so that might actually get me just a little bit of cash. Get a drink and get a bath first before we start talking to people. You always want to set your best foot forward. And yeah, I know that we're not really doing anything with Unigas Story or Sambor or something, but like I said, I cut and edit the videos a little bit in advance because I'm trying to put out 6 a week. I'm trying to do 3 7 Days to Die videos a week and trying to do 3 of these a week. So it does take a little bit of a lag time for me to see some comments and to respond. Because I right at this point, I absolutely love comments because I know that I'm not really good at this, and I know that I'm still very new and that I have a lot to learn and to grow with. So comments are, to me, the absolute gold. So I was seeing some people saying that they were skipping over some of the longer quests that I was including, and I was asking, like, should I even have the quests in, or should I edit them all out together? But it did seem like people wanted me to have the quests in there. The people were saying, like, oh, you had some weird cuts and edits where I didn't know where in the map you were or what town you were in or something. So I'm going to be trying to be mindful of where I am and explaining where I am and where I'm going with things. But right now, we're going to do inspector mode on these people, because using your inspector mode will show you what these people are good at. Oh, wow, we've got 3 extractions and a 3 survival. Don't have any use for a survival person yet, because we don't have... Yeah. you'd have to go to the fishing hut. Or an herbalist. I know the herbalist hut is listed under extraction for some reason, but it's actually a survivalist skill set that's required for it. So she'd be a great herbalist or a fisher, but we don't have either one of those, so that's kind of a back burner issue for us. Level 3 farmer and level 3 extraction. Jeez, you are just great. And you're level 3 extraction and level 3 production. Jeez. We do have the workshop too, don't we? Well, I really like both of you. I was hoping to get a hunter first. Alright, let's
How
pick
can I help you?
you up. And we'll send you to one of the houses. We'll assign you to the lumberjack slot here. I know I didn't give you any assignments and I don't have you with a tool or anything yet, but we're going to work on that. Okay, so there wasn't a good hunter there, though. That's an issue. So I'm going to run over to Borrow, I think it is, and just pray that I get lucky. Because it wouldn't be a survival game if you're not praying to the RNG gods, right? Oh shoot, it just occurred to me. I also forgot to sell off all of my mushrooms.
A newcomer, whatever you need.
Right.
I've got it.
Toss. Oops. Toss that. Yep, gone. Actually, let's just move over to here so I don't accidentally sell something I don't want to sell. Okay, good decrease in weight.
Goodbye.
We're up to 178 bucks. That's not terrible. Okay, does any of you know how to operate a bow? No. Two. Just the two of you here? Alright, I'm gonna keep looking. This is where recruiting can be a little on the time-consuming side, but it does help and it does benefit you a little bit if you do get picky-choosy, because starting somebody off with a 3, just the way that the mechanics of the growth work, when a person's going from 8 to 9, it's based off of, like, how much resources they're pulling in, how productive their job is, and how productive the people are around them. So if you have one of the larger ones, like a mine, if you have a level 3 working side by side with a bunch of level 9s, that level 3 is actually going to start moving pretty quickly. But if you just have a mine with 2 level 3s in it, they're not going to be really producing much, which means they're not going to be gaining very quickly. So I've got a woodshed with just one person in it, and that person's going to be a level 3, so they're not going to be going especially fast. If I'd put a 1 or a 2 in there, it's going to be several years for them to even just get to 3, where one of these other guys could just start at 3. Right, so I'll see you over at Veronica, and we'll see what kind of people are there. Thankfully, Veronica, and Tutki are all very close to each other, so it gives you a nice large pool. Oh geez, the lights are on already? Man, it is getting late. This season is getting away from me in a hurry. Alright, so we've unfortunately only got 2 people here. Let's scan them up and see what we got. Another level 3 farmer. Jeez, maybe the game's trying to tell me something. Another level 3 extraction. Nobody can hunt. Yeah, you're a level 1, you're a level 2. Alright, head to Bronica. Now, the neat thing about the campfire people is they never go to bed. They're always sitting here. 24/7. 2. And another level 3 survivalist. Man, if I had a fishing hut up, I'd be set. Oh wait, there's another person over here. Another level 3 survival. Jeez, man. Okay. Tutki. Now, the interesting thing about Tutki is there actually isn't a campfire. Well, there is, but it's kind of a small one. So you'll actually find people just sitting on, like, park benches here in front of other people's houses. Oh no, we have only one person. Okay. 2. Oh, and a level 3 production, though. Oh, I'm sorry. Wow. What are those new reactions that they have? I could roll the dice and go to Rolnica. Looking kind of sketchy here, and it's also getting late. 8:30. I was kind of hoping to get Racimir to bed at a decent hour here. Alright, let's go to Rolnica. Hopefully we'll luck out at Rolnica. If not, maybe Denica, but at some point I'm going to have to call it. I also don't have nearly enough cash to pay for a fast travel, so wherever I end up finding my last person, I'm going to end up having to walk all the way home. Alright, come on. This game's been real generous with the 3s, but not the 3 I need. Oh, there you are. Oh, ×2! Okay, you know what?
Treating you. Hello there.
We're going to run a gamble. So we're going to assign you here. I'm going to try to run home, get together a real terrible shack. Oh, geez, I don't know if I'm going to bed tonight. So we got to run home, get a shack put down for a person that's homeless. We can at least assign her to the job, though, so I don't forget. And we got to make the tools. We got to make tools, too, because they, oddly enough, the hunters don't need bows. Like, graphically, you can visually see them shooting bows, especially if they're close enough to some of the game animals. Like, they'll actually shoot them. But that's not the tool that they actually require for their service of their job. They actually just require a knife of some sort. And I'm definitely going to need to get axes for my lumberjack. The water I'm not too concerned with. I've got a couple of buckets, and I can just manually fill them myself. Even if I don't have a well, that doesn't really matter. I can just fill them up in the stream and then toss them into the food storage shed. So water's going to be fine. I'll handle the water. I've got a guy that's going to handle the wood, and I've got 2 very, very talented ladies that are going to be handling our food situation. Don't worry about one of them's homeless. We're going to fix that. Oh, great, and I'm getting hungry now, too. This might be a long night. Hello. Oh, wow. Okay, so I've seen the just, oh, here's a free couple of logs and an axe thing, but I haven't seen it with, like, all these extra sawhorses. Oh, this is a lot closer to... Okay, I've usually seen something like this way further upstream, like along this area here. Huh. Yeah, let's see what we got. Oh, money. Oh, apple tree seedlings, thank you so much for the money. Oh, and some mead. That's more money. Oh, and just like that, the blessings of the RNG. See, this is why you pray to RNG. You pray to RNG and RNG answers. All right, let's get that one tiny little salted meat into us. And then, let's see just how fast we can build a house. Alright, now this one's not going to be pretty. We're just going to make this one sticks and straw and just the absolute base necessities. Oh, nuts. We'll have time to fix it later. Right now, I just don't want this lady leaving. I don't think she'll leave in the middle of a season. But I do think that a lot of the, end of season checks that happen, I think then she probably would take off if she was still homeless at the end of the season. Poor Racimir. I promised him that he'd go to bed. And poor Racimir is also so hungry that he's actually reached the taking damage portion of being hungry. Well, good thing I got 2 hunters. They're going to have a busy, busy day tomorrow. Oh no, that's a new icon. I was paying attention to the upper left there, and I wasn't paying attention to what I was swinging at. So, that's an icon that I've never seen before because I've never actually had somebody get that unhappy with me. See, the thing is, each of the issues is compounding. If it was just food, but they had the water, then they'd be going down, but not quite as fast. It's no food and no water, they're going down a little bit faster, but this lady is full on homeless, no food, no water, no anything. So she is understandably very upset with me. Oh, and she's not going to get much better because the house that she's going into is going to suck. Oh my god, all my people must think I'm a complete and total jackass. This guy thinks he's going to be a mayor? Oh jeez, the sun's coming up. I was really going to get Racimir to bed at some point. What time is it anyway? Yeah, it's 4 a.m. Alright, so 32 straw and we're all set on the house. Okay, house done. Get this lady in here. Negative 42. If it hits negative 100, they leave. So, yeesh. That one was cutting it close. Let's get the jobs assigned here. Yeah, no tool. We're gonna adjust these percents. Oops. No, God, no, none of that. We're gonna adjust these percents later, so I can balance it out. But that'll be fine for right now. And now it's time for everybody's favorite time of stone knife making. Let's also get your stuff moving too. I know you don't have a tool, but we're gonna work on that too. And we'll just adjust all these percents later. So I want it to be balanced where there's going to be just slightly more logs coming in than what's required. Not a whole lot more, just a touch more. And I also want to get it set to where there's just a little bit of planks coming in. We don't need a ton yet, but I am going to want to get the workshop set up and get, maybe some wood vials moving or some buckets moving or something like that. Just somebody working on something I can sell. Because with this being hard mode, we also have 200% taxes, so that's another thing that I'm going to have to be worried about. Alright, time to play everybody's favorite game. Stone knives. And we'll just cut as much of this out as we can. Oh geez, he's hungry too. Okay, there's that done and up. We don't even have the icon up for no tool. Because it's too early. Nobody started their jobs yet. But, alright, so your no tool will go away. Oh my god, you're also going to, because you're so unhappy with me, you're going to be terrible at your job. This is fine. Everything can be fixed. Get a bunch of stone axes rocked out. Right now they're burning like the sticks and the logs and stuff like that. Stuff that I don't want them to be burning because that's, building materials and stuff. We're gonna get a guy doing firewood, getting me planks and logs and stuff. Hopefully those hunters will get on the dried meat. Also, I gotta run over to Gustovia and see if I can just buy some food because I am not having a death from frickin' starvation over here. That's just not gonna be allowed. Okay, there's our axes all done up. Alright, so go sell off the seedlings and any other mushrooms or anything like that I've got picked up. Is it 6:30? Yeah, nobody's at work just yet. Actually, yeah, you. Let's see what the cook.
Greetings, whatever you need, I've got it.
Okay. Well, you're the cook, so you do actually have what I... Oh, 4 meat, nice. Oh, the money. $360. Let's go here and here. Here. Yeah. I think I'm okay for now.
Stranger?
I've got myself fed, so I'm not going to actually die here. Oh my god, my health is negligible. And then I'm going to dump the rest off into the food storage over here. Oh crap, don't forget to harvest all that stuff over there. Okay, let's deposit all this stuff in here. I'm probably going to hang on to... Well, forget it. The hunters will dry that out for me. Okay, so we got the sickle. Let's get the buckets. Go. Times 2. Wow, those buckets were a clutch find. I don't remember which roadside thing I picked them up at, but oh, thank God for that. Okay. Crisis averted temporarily. Geez, I don't think I've ever had townsfolk that low before. Why are you saying no tool? That's not the case. Okay, perfect. That's exactly what I'm looking for. Alright, so 10 logs and roughly 10 planks a day, and a whole ton of firewood. Okay. Okay. We have... Everything was a little on fire for a second there. We've got our third day now. What to do with our third and final day of fall? Well, first things last, get all that stuff harvested up before I forget. Because I will absolutely forget to harvest this. Okay, so we just picked up the hen house while we were threshing all that stuff. Yeah, damn. I was hoping that maybe I could assign somebody to my house. Since my house is nicer than that crappy one. I was going to take the crappy one for myself because Racimir doesn't have his own mood indicator. So I was going to try to take the crappy house over there, but no such luck. I should have a hoe and a bag in here. Nope, no such luck. Oh, geez, you actually want me to plant? I have to plant cabbage and carrots that I don't care about? Alright. Let's get all this threshed up. Oh, geez, that's going to be some editing. Get this threshed up. We'll at least be able to plant the wheat, because that is a fall plant anyway. Maybe I'll leave a little bit of space for the carrots. I'm also going to have to worry about how much money I've got. Because I'm going to have to buy fertilizer. Or at the very least, I'll have to buy manure. And then make my own fertilizer. Okay, got all that threshed up. And I was thinking while I was doing all that, what do you think the odds are of me getting an excavation shed before the end of the season? Because there's that level 3 extraction person that's over in Gustovia. I would absolutely kill to have them. And I would really, really like to have... oh, it's building, not... For some reason I thought that there was going to be extraction technology. Survival. Interesting. Okay, well I can probably actually get that, I hope. Okay, let's go buy as much manure as we possibly can. Oh, we're at 9 out of 10. Shoot. Because I was going to try to use this oat to get myself fed for the winter. Yeah, because I would need the wooden bowls. Although, I probably shouldn't need to worry about it. How much does it sell for, though? Oh, I can't even unlock it yet. I don't have enough production technology. They sell for 30 apiece, though. Oh, man. Alright. I want the excavation shed, but it might have to wait. I think I might want that, that workshop first. If I remember correctly, wasn't there also a really good production person up here, too? Yeah, oh, yeah, you're good at both. So let's get as much manure as we can handle. Well, first let's get the 15 that we need.
Only the best products here.
$15 of that. 15 of that. Wait, have they always cost the same amount? Because I would have sworn that buying the grain was more expensive than... Oh no. Oh no. Sell off a bunch of this. Everything will be fine. Oh crap, we're gonna have to sell so much more now because, yeah, I need all the manure. Never mind. We're just gonna sell all of it. Buy as much of that as we possibly can.
Goodbye.
Now we run over to the barn, make all of our fertilizer, get this thing down as best we can. I hope it doesn't make me sow all of that, because honestly, I'd honestly rather prefer to just get a whole bunch of wheat down. Wheat is the only thing I think I can plant in the fall, and maybe I can just sell back those the carrots and the cabbage seeds. All right, edit time. Okay, outstanding. Oh, nice. We don't have to sow all of the stuff that it had on the checklist earlier. Man, that's kind of an expensive task you sent me on. Buy 15 cabbage, 15 carrot. Like, you have to buy all of it. Then let me just go sell it back at a reduced cost.
Hello. My wares never disappoint.
I think rye. Can't rye go in the fall too? Rye can go in the autumn. Outstanding. Okay. Here, take your crappy stuff back. Actually, what
See you soon.
what am I feeling? I did 7s, not 15s or 5s or anything, so that's fine. We'll take 6 rye.
Hello there. Only the best products here. Have a good day.
All right, so we've got our hoe, got our bag. Oh, yeah, okay, so I understand. It's expecting that you haven't done the initial steps of farming, basically. So I'm just going to get farm, get one plot here, and then we'll where's my hoe? There's my hoe. Bam. And then we're just gonna destroy it. Then we'll get the bag out and we'll start fertilizing. You know, as I'm doing this, I wonder if this chapter is gonna kick me over to the next building plateau. Because if so, then that might mean I can get that workshop and get a house. Oh, but there's no way I'd have enough time to get both of them built and then not lose out on some of those really awesome people that I came across this season. It's funny, Chapter 5, a farm. I'd hardly call this a farm. This is more of a garden. It's more like that lady on Pinterest who has her, like, heirloom tomatoes that she grows 6 of. Shares her tips on how to get the rabbits and deer to leave it alone. Yeah, I know how to... Listen, I know how to handle the crops. I'll explain it better than you will, actually. Wait, how did I get the math on this so wrong? Am I 14 shy? Yeah, okay. Well, we're gonna go get more rye then. We've got a ton of wheat down, but I could use a little bit more rye. And I think that there's some kind of, like, porridgey type thing I could make with the rye. Even though I had to sell off all of my my oat. Kind of a bummer, but, you know, it's funny how the importance of money in this game. Because when you're early game, money is one of the most important resources that you have access to. And once you get yourself established, you're literally like, you know, getting the $1 million achievement is just so easy. So, rye 14, I think. Oh, geez, nuts. You served me well, Shovel. It's time to go.
Goodbye.
What did my building limit go up any? 20. And it's 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Okay, we got a good chunk of wheat down, good chunk of rye down. My lady is on the mend, at least. You know, not completely furious with my complete and total incompetence. We've got building limit back up. Okay. Good. There's a number of things that we need. And quickly. But first, I'm hungry. Let's see if our production's running. Whoop. Oh. My workers got me enough XP to get technology moving. It takes a wooden bowl, which sucks, but this might be our early game money making right here. Because they both sell for, what, 30 bucks? And they don't take a whole lot. So we might be running that for a little bit. Oh, and we have all kinds of... Oh my goodness, we have dried meat. Huh, maybe that'll be our money making. And I think the first priority actually should probably be more housing. Because I'm going to want at least one more extraction person and at least two, possibly three production people. All right, so let's see if we can slam down some houses real quick and see if we can pick up a couple extra people. And maybe even get some technology to get some of these buildings that I want. Alright, so here we got two more started up, and every house that I'm going with is the very entry-level house. The first house has 3 beds, and the 2 higher-level houses both have 4 beds. I'm doing this completely deliberately because I don't want to have a crazy population boom. I don't want to have the total cascade of, oh my god, all of my workers are on maternity leave. Oh man, as I'm starting to see the sun go down, it's starting to occur to me that all of my plans that I had for today are not going to go quite as quickly as I would have liked them to. You know, the other thing is, I really hope that this episode wasn't boring, because it was a complete 180 departure from what we did in the last two, where, you know, I was kind of like just bum rushing a lot of the story, just getting a ton of the story done and gotten into. A, because I wanted to show it off, because I love the story that's in this. But B, it comes with a good chunk of Dynasty reputation to get it, and it makes your recruiting process a lot smoother when you have all that Dynasty reputation from doing the story stuff. So this episode, we completely ignored all storyline elements, and we focused just on getting Racimir leveled up and getting our housing and our buildings going and stuff. Actually, we don't need that. We can start getting these going. But at the same time, that was some of the responses in the poll that I had too. Was some people actually said, you know, they didn't want me to. Oh, nuts! All this is depleted. Some people had said that they weren't really interested in the story at all. They wanted me to just go through how I plan out a town and how I, you know, build and get myself started and stuff. So for those people, this is definitely the episode that they're going to be interested in, because that's exclusively what we did today. Well, I say today, but this season. Alright, now I know it's super late, and I'm going to get teleported in a couple of hours here, but if I can, at the very, very least, just get that one level 3 extraction lady that was up at Gustovia, then I would call this quite a success. I don't have enough rocks. Oh god, we do not have enough rocks. I don't know, though. I'm struggling with the stones. Oh, this is depleted too. Yeah, there's no way I'm going to have enough stones to build that house. And I'm going to have to wait for this to go through. Oh geez, it's 10:30 at night. No way I'm going to get all the stones that I need in that short of a time frame. So, I guess I'll get the roof put on. Yeah, we'll get the roof put on, and we'll get as much of the walls done. Well, this is probably as much of the walls done as we're going to get. Well, we've got a good start on the house. So, I guess for the winter, it's probably going to be a bit more of the same of what it was today. A lot more construction needs to happen. A lot more of Racimir's skills need to go up. And we need more people. But we've got hunting. We've got firewood. So we're going to survive our winter just fine. In fact, we have an overabundance of food already. So as long as I can keep up with the buckets of water, everything should be just fine. We have a little joke of a garden started over here. That should give us some crops that we'll be able to turn into craftable type food stuff, and then those we can actually sell. Because our townsfolk are going to be not at all hurting for food or water anytime soon. Eventually I am going to smash down all of that farm field that's over there. We're going to get it moved over to this side. It's just a longer, straighter stretch. The only thing you have to contend with is the rock formations that are over there. But for the most part, this is probably going to be where our farm field goes, where the farm shed goes. We've got the barn that's still over on this side over here. So we're going to have most of our production type stuff going on over here. We've got the resource gathering on the west side of town. So we're going to have, these guys with the hunting, the woodshed, possibly 2 woodsheds. We're going to have an excavation shed or 2 over there, because the excavation shed doesn't really staff a lot of people for how important the resources that it gathers are. So I think you can only get 1 or 2 people in there, but they don't have a big footprint anyway, so slapping together a number of those isn't a real big issue. We're also going to have our production side of things going on over this way. So we're going to have workbenches, we're going to have blacksmiths, we're going to, if I decide that I'm getting into tailoring at all, we're going to have the tailor bench over here. So production stuff is going to go here. Mostly farm stuff is going to go probably through this way. And then we should have a nice little row of all these waterfront houses going along here. But now it's 11:30 and Racimir's tired. Didn't get everything done that I would have liked to have gotten done today, but we got a lot done. So this went okay. I got level 3 people in key positions that I needed them to be in, and hopefully, I don't remember if campfire people reset at the end of the season or if it takes a year. So I might be able to luck out and get some of these level 3 extraction and production people that I had my eye on while I was running around looking for that level 3 hunter. Anyway, thanks for joining me this fall, and I hope I see you in the winter. This is 7. Thanks. Good night.